I'll just put it on the line straight away. Obviously there'll be a lot of people here that have all sorts of questions and all sorts of issues and want them answered tonight. That probably won't happen. What we're here for, and it's said on the thing, it's an informative information session moving forward of the things that I've been trying to secure for this division, particularly Blackbutt, Banarkin and Taronga and the surrounding areas. Alright, so we're going to address quite a number of things. I had a lot of questions sent to me, some from the Golf Club, some from the Blackbutt, Banarkin Community Council, in regards to the Bloom and Beautiful Festival, the update on the removal of the hall and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to conduct it very accordingly. If anyone starts yelling, screaming or whatever and wants to create a drama, I'm certainly not going to take the time out to answer those questions.
Drama to you.
You're right, darling, we've sorted it. Right. The next question, is everybody happy for a video camera to be used in the room?
Go ahead.
Okay, doesn't bother me, I've got nothing to hide. And, okay.
Should have got it when I grabbed your tie.
Yeah. Alrighty, so that's what we're here for. It's an informative information session for you guys moving forward so that I keep you up to date with what we're trying to get happening in the district and what's in progress as we speak. So we'll start off firstly, I guess we'll talk firstly about the roads. I'm going to try and, can you hear me up the back if I don't use that?
No.
Alrighty, I'll use it. Righto, so as we're aware, at the moment, Blackbutt Crow's Nest Road is getting a widening overlay and resheet and bitumen. Now the bitumen that's on that at the moment down this close end of town, that's not the last coat of bitumen that will be done properly. That's just to hold the dirt and the overlay in place. And now, that was approved by the previous councils, but myself and this council got the extra. If you hadn't noticed, there's extra works going past, I think it's Haynes White Mill Road or something up the top there. What's that road up the top on the left that it stops at?
Cherry.
Up there, wherever there. So it goes down past Anthony Waters all the way. All those edges have been redone and it is quite a good job. It should hold up and we're hoping to get further grant money and all that sort of stuff to enable us to finish the overlay, what they're doing from Blackbutt out. We hope to get right through to the other end of the bitumen where it is at the moment. Now that might take some time, but that's what we're trying to do. But those edges and the upgrade on those edges from the end of the widening down past Anthony's all the way to Nacoon North Road was one of the new council's programs, and I think that's been a benefit. The other issue that moving forward we have in the program, the widening of Francis Road down here. It's been done halfway, there's another kilometre to go. That has been secured and that will be done in the, that's our next major project for Blackbutt. So once they finish out here on Blackbutt Crow's Nest Road, you may well notice that they've done half of Nacoon North Road. They will finish that Nacoon North, they'll slip across the other side to Nacoon South, touch that up, that needs some work, there's some terrible stuff right down the end of that. Then they'll come down and the next major project will be the completion of the widening of Francis Road right through to Arlo West Road. Okay, so...
Excuse me for 1 minute. Is this going to be in our lifetime or somebody else's lifetime?
Well, if you live long enough, within 12 months
Yeah,
you'll see
well,
it.
hopefully it will happen.
I've got a big surprise for you, I hate you, Molly.
Yeah, I know. I've got a big surprise for you too.
Oh, just like that, mate. Alrighty, so the other thing that we've had a few phone calls as council, one was Wild Deer Drive, Williams Road, and they've been fixed up. I've had phone calls from people living on those roads saying that we've done a good job. Old West Road, I believe, has been maintained with some work done on that. I don't know how much, but I know that has been addressed. Not much. You'll never be out.
Oh, you'll be happy. Do something about it.
That's all good. So those roads have been fixed. So the roadworks and all that sort of stuff have been happening down here, continuing. Now we also have a Work for Queensland program that you're probably well aware that the government's handing out money trying to buy your vote for this election this year. We've got 4.26 billion. 2.89 million will be spent on roads, and I'm happy to say that I've secured. Now this, what I'm about to say is only Right, it will only happen if the state government give us a tick of approval on the submissions that we have put in, and we should hear some information back tonight, whether or not we've been successful. The prelim talks with our CEO and the government so far look as though there's no issues moving forward. So if, and if only the state government tick it off, I have secured in this division there, or in Blackbutt in this area, the widening of Crompton Drive. Arlene?
Yes,
Thank
I'm
you.
listening.
Crompton Drive, okay?
Yes,
Will be
okay.
done to the end, from where it stops here out to the other end, the street going off to the right.
Doing it good?
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Crompton Drive will be widened, all right? The widening will be approximately a metre either side. The other thing that we're looking at in Colson Street here in Blackbutt, where the pedestrian crossing is up the top, we will link that piece of footpath to the doctor's surgery. All right, so that will be done. And the other thing that we have is a bit of a touch-up on the Blackbutt office and the library with a bit of external and repaint of the trims and the features and all that sort of stuff. Now that all goes on top of Franks Road and all the other roadworks that we're doing, keeping in mind that we've got the whole rest of the Shire to do and everyone's the same thing, they're crying out for roads. So we've done pretty well to secure that.
Just one question I'd like to ask. Why do they patch it and then you get a downpour of rain and a four-wheel drive or a truck hits it and it's gone? Why don't they do it bloody properly in the first place?
I'm totally agree with you.
Yes.
And they have not been doing
And
it
that's
properly
why
in the
they need
past.
a woman to tell them what to bloody do.
All right. Just remember there's other people here and I've got to answer more than just you, okay? So I'm going to answer your question right now and then we'll have a break. Right? They haven't been doing it properly in the past and I totally agree with you. And it's not the workers' fault. Everyone
No, I
takes
don't
the work.
blame the workers.
So
I
what,
blame the
right, the
council.
council has changed. We've just done an external audit. I requested an external audit and this man beside me made sure it happened. We have got the information back and things will change, and the workers we've got, I've had people say to me, why don't you just piss your workers off and get contractors? Well, that's a load of crap. Our workers, right, our workers are as good as any contractor around. In the past, they just haven't had the support of the council properly. They haven't been given the money and all the rest of it. I can tell you, and I have no doubts, and I'm not ashamed to say this in front of you, is all the works that have been done since we've started as a council with, as far as the roadworks go. There might be a few little hiccups here and there, but I'm getting people that have been compulsive wingers for years, ringing and telling me that it's the best work since amalgamation. Now I'm going to stand behind my workers and I don't care what you say. I'll die on the cross, sticking up for my workers.
Well, all right, I'll be on the cross.
You will. You just keep it up, though.
Oh, I wasn't
I love it,
don't worry
love
about that.
All right. So that's the sort of stuff that's going on. The other thing, as far as roads go, up in John Street, Sutton Street, and the drainage issues that we have down through past the aged care units and that down into Hart Street into Taronio Creek. I've secured that in the next budget, and that works. All the drainage problems and all that sort of stuff coming from that top end of town should be rectified and all that sort of stuff. That will be addressed. It will go through in the next budget, but hopefully that work will be completed in the next financial year. So there is a fair bit of construction, road work and whatever else, whether or not you agree, but you have got a fair share of action going on down in this division. And you should be pretty happy with it.
Well, when I see it starting, I'll believe it.
Exactly. Let's just leave it at that. All right, I'll answer your questions.
Do you have a timetable for the Blackbutt Crows Nest Road?
Should be finished in early March. Robbie is the information I've got today. I'm hoping that it will be completed and reseal what they have to do in early March. Now, whether that be the first week, second week, I don't know. It all depends on weather and all sorts of circumstances.
And how much of that, is that all the work or just part of it?
It should be completed right up to where they're going, up around that top end of the straight, or like you used to call the old valley straight, up around the bend and that dirt track off to your left. I think that's the end.
And Spud, the money that came from the work for Queensland, the 4.26 million, and those projects at Spud, are now, they have to be completed by the end of November. We have to have the money spent by the end of November. So the ones that Spud, sorry? Yeah, we've got to spend on the road.
Right, so like Keith just said, all that money's got to be spent by November, and the whole purpose, we've had a lot of people ringing up saying, oh, we need such and such, we need that, and all the rest of it. Yep.
Just those road works, so it's just going to Corcoran Road, not where they originally said down to Collins' driveway.
I am not exactly sure, I don't know what you've been told, but I was told that it finishes at the top of the hill now. If it's got to go further, it may well have to go further, I don't know. I don't know, Anthony, you know more than me on that one, sorry, but it's, how far are we talking, only 100 metres something? A couple of hundred. I'll find that out before you get back, but I was only aware of going to that dirt road off to the left, so is that Corcoran's Road? Yeah. So hopefully it'll go a bit further. Yeah, as Keith said, the money has to be spent by November, and the whole idea was to create jobs right through Queensland. So we've had to take on projects. There'll be some contractors used in this, and it'll employ people and unemployed people right through the Shire, and that's the whole idea of it. People were ringing in wanting us to spend $350,000 on building duplexes for somebody, and all that sort of stuff, which it didn't fit the bill. This is the first time that the government's given money that we could use as a councillors for CapEx works and all major projects and all that. So we've had to split the 4.26 million up into property and roads and parks. Right, so we've done pretty well. We've got 2.89. And like I said, on top of what's going on now, we've got Compton Drive happening, the footpath on Carlton Street, and the painting of the offices down here. Now, the other thing that I've been approached about is the Christmas tree in the main street. Alrighty? Now, some people say they want it still there, other people tell me that they want it moved. I need an indication from the general public of Blackbutt. If you want it moved, I'll get it moved. If you don't want it moved, it'll stay there.
What's the cost of shifting it?
Don't know, have to look into it. It shouldn't be a great expense.
The point is the shift is so that children can have a Christmas tree in the park. That's the
There is a bit of an issue when we do the decorations and all that. We found that out this year, and Jim Baker made a phone call to me, and rightly so, it affected his business. And it's all to do with workplace health and safety and all that sort of stuff. And it gets a bit frustrating, you know exactly what that's like. So there is an issue with that where it's situated underneath the power lines and all that. Two places, you have to be this and that and all the rest of it. So I need you as a community to have a chat, get the message back to me whether you want it moved for sure, because I'm getting mixed messages. Some say yes, others say no, and it's about 50-50 at the moment. So I need some sort of an indication. Yep.
Yeah, I was just wondering, it used to be in Muller's Park.
Yep.
Why is it not there anymore?
That's where we want
Way before my time.
Yeah, I know.
I know, so, that's the sort of stuff you need to talk about in the community. If you've got groups,
There's a petition in hardware they can fill out.
there you go. You've got a petition in the hardware. If you want to move, go to Dave's shop in the main street, sign the petition, get it back to me. We get 200 or 300 signatures. Yep. Joan, sorry.
where would we move to?
Well, that's up to you guys. Into the park, I guess.
Where the kids can enjoy it.
Yep, someone. We just keep it quiet, please, so I can hear the questions. Sorry.
On that Compton Drive upgrade,
Yes.
is anything else done about that in the meantime? That is outright dangerous.
Well, probably not.
Well, gather, we've got school buses running.
Yes, I'm well aware of
We've
that.
got drop-offs that
Yes.
over 100 metre.
Yep.
If a small
I've
car
ridden the
drops
road
a wheel
myself,
off
I know
on
it's
the edge,
Yep.
what happens?
Exactly.
There's something to do
So-
now.
We're trying to do our best, and unfortunately I can't pull something out.
But
Whereas
what's
I know
happening
what you're
now,
saying.
so you go along with that truck, we've got this slot in the potholes in the middle of the road.
Yeah, the
That
potholes.
truck comes out.
Yeah, the
It's
potholes.
right all the potholes out.
Yeah.
It's a place to play.
Yeah. No, so that, look, I'm not going to argue with you. You've got people on it. I can't do anything. Like, I can't just say, right, send them right there. We've got graders everywhere and all that sort of stuff. I think we've done pretty well to get that upgraded, and it will be completed before November. And I know you're not happy about hearing that. You want something done yesterday, but like I said, I cannot physically get it.
Tomorrow.
Well, 8 years, and hopefully it'll be done within 8.5. So it's been late than 9. Alrighty, road, footpaths. Done. Alright, that's pretty much all the infrastructure or the main stuff that's going to happen in the next 12 or 18 months. I've just had a few questions in regarding to, I'll start off with the golf club, because they're obviously here. They've approached me to try and help them in some way, shape or form in regards to water. They buy 10 megalitres of water at a certain cost. I've actually got that lined up to go to a portfolio meeting. The council will have a chat with that. We'll see what we can. If we can save you $100 a meg every 10 you buy, you get one for nothing, spend it on nothing. There's not a lot of margin in that figure that we were talking about that day. There's not a lot to give or take, but if there's anything there, we'll see if we can get it for you. As far as your golf club sign up there, you've just got to get an email sent in to, I'll give you the bloke's number later, just tell them that you want to sign to the golf club up on the main drag near the man on the monument down here, so that's all done. The Bloom and Beautiful Festival, some people in businesses have approached me in regards to, and I don't know whether Kate's driving. They asked me if what the hassle was in regards, I wanted to put some ribbons down the main street, flash all the main street up because they thought it was a bit dull come festival time. They wanted to put yellow ribbons up. The unfortunate thing is with the main street, you've got to deal with the main roads, and they're virtually near impossible because the moment you put something up, they'll say, oh, it's a hazard, it might distract somebody coming through town, have an accident. But you will be able to, and I've just got to find out for sure, don't hold me to this, but I don't think we need a permit for a short-term festival sort of thing, 3-4 days. You'll be able to decorate your curb in front of your business, so your awnings and your posts and all that sort of stuff down the main street on the sides of the road. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. I was approached after last year and I totally agree, the gardens looked very ordinary, there was no colour, it was pretty bland, so we've addressed that. We've addressed that and that'll be all replanted all the way down to the showgrounds, and it will be a much better presentation than what we had last year. Now, do we have anyone from the Blackbutt Banarkin Community Council? Neville, Judy, yeah, all you guys? Right, in regards to your garden down there on the rail trail that you're proposing to do, we're ready to go. Council side of things, everything's ready to go. Believe it or not, we've got to go back to main roads, and it's just, so I cannot give you an estimated time or guideline where you guys can start or work with it. Unfortunately, that's it's in main roads hands, and once you go there, you just can't hurry, you just got to wait for the outcome. So that's where we are. On council side of things, we're ready to go. We'd like to say, yeah, just go, start doing planting trees, all that sort of stuff. There is a couple of little issues we've got to talk about between you and the heritage, the Coonhook and all that sort of stuff, as in regards to how far you come up, because they want to have enough room for expansion in the future too. So we've just got to draw a happy medium where you guys know where you can come and they can go back and all that sort of stuff. Okay?
How does Main Roads get involved?
They're involved with the rail trail. And anything on that, I have no idea.
But it's not a main road.
I don't care, but it's main road.
It's a lease.
It's a lease on main road.
It's the Department of Transport.
Yeah.
Well, that Department of Transport and main roads is involved.
I don't think they've got any legislative say.
I don't think they've got any say in the matter.
Okay, no worries, I've been given the wrong information. I'm sorry, I'm just passing all on that. So that's where we're at. We've just got to wait for that information to come back. As soon as I know, you'll be able to go full steam ahead and you'll have full support. Alright, so, is there any questions on what we've got to so far? All good? Righto, no doubt. We all want to know what's happening with Blackbutt Hall. We have.
That's all right, then go and see. Good. We're all listening.
Alrighty, this is the timeline of the removal of the Blackbutt Hall and relocated to the rail trail where it will be resituated. Right now, yet again, these are guidelines and information that I have only received this afternoon. Right? So you guys are only about 3 hours after I get the information, you've got the information. Alright? I have some plan drawings up here. These are pretty close to exactly what's going to happen. You can all have a look at that later. and how it's going to sit and all that sort of stuff for relocation and everything else. Alright, so this is how it's supposedly going to unfold. Between the 6th and the 12th of February, the developer will submit all approvals, finalise reports, move on application, prepare plumbing application. 13th to the 19th of February, we'll deliver hoarding and signage. 20th to the 26th of February, take position of site, start asbestos removal, house removal contractor installs steel, substructure, disconnect power, water, substructure delivery, cut and split, Paul starting profiling of showgrounds. 27th of February to the 5th of March, they will dismantle the front entrance, brace internal wall, build false wall on veranda split and move from building, place beams under kitchen and toilet sections. 6th to the 12th of March, move small sections of hall and make further preparations for move of main structure. 13th to the 19th, move main section of hall, clean up site, dig out stumps, prepare for inspection and make safe. 21st to the 26th of March, move main sections of hall to showgrounds. March 27 to April 2nd, start rejoining process. The 3rd to the 9th, re-stump the hall. 24th of March, April to the 1st of May, join veranda and stump, start reinstatement of toilets. The 1st of May to the 7th of May, removalist, bunkie out, repair damaged areas inside hall. 8th to the 14th, build ramp and handrails, connect drainage sewer. 15th to the 21st of March, concrete ramp and finish. 22nd to 28th of March, paint and clean. 28th of May to the 2nd of June, so there's a defect and inspection period, and then the June the 3rd to the 30th, defect rectification and the final inspection, and the 1st of July hopefully will be the handover of the hall back to us. August the 1st, the start of construction of shopping centre, and December the 1st, opening day of Blackbutt Shopping Centre. Now, this is where I want, yes, sorry.
I'd like to ask you both if you have actually read the contract. No, I have.
Yep.
Okay, now when...
I'm not going back, Maureen. What
Yes,
I, no, I'm not. I will not answer the question because we've been through this at the Blackbutt Hall. I'm telling you now, we're moving forward, we're moving the hall. I'm not going back.
The contract says
I don't care.
that
Any
either
other
party
questions?
can pull out at any stage.
Okay.
The
Now,
only reason
This is
that
where
the
I
hall
want
is
to
going to be
defend
moved
myself in a certain
is
way.
to give us a
Can I just ask
supermarket.
what's happening with the main road out from the shopping centre? Out front of our building?
This is a...
We don't get to see that. As a council, it is not attached to any plans that I have seen as yet. And we have no control over the main roads, what they decide to do there. Now, if he, whatever they say, and he's obviously put in his application, so he must have approval for main roads. So he's,
Yes, no, yes.
It has been given the sign of approval by main roads.
so he has main roads approval. What he has to do, I haven't seen yet. But he obviously has to do whatever they say, and that will be...
So will you be seeing that at some stage? Can you let us know what's happening?
You hopefully will see a full set of plans when everything comes together, and I'll bring them down and put them up on a notice board somewhere. I have some plans here tonight, and that's what they're for. That's the relocation and how it's going to sit and all that sort of stuff.
Have you got copies of that? I'll put them up tomorrow
No, I've
morning.
only got that one, and like I said, that come the same time that did, so that's the only copy I have. I'll keep it back. So
You got copies?
I will just say that throughout this whole ordeal, people have thought that I was blocking this shopping centre. I've never been against it. All I've been trying to do is make sure that it is done properly. Now, what I want you to understand is, before I was elected, this deal was done. I had no control over the contract, how it was done, or whatever. All I'm doing for you guys down here and myself is to make sure that the move is done properly, and when it's moved down there, and it's all put back together, and when they say, or we say as a council, that it is ready to open up to the public. We have just had a meeting not long ago, and if you had read the minutes prior to that meeting, it stated that we weren't going to do the car park and all the infrastructure that we had to do at the same time. Well, if you go back and read those same minutes now that I've changed, and everything, car park, all the infrastructure, We've got the community council on board with their gardening. We hope to get the community involved with the landscaping and everything else. Because we don't want to go ahead and do something and you people say, well, why the hell did you plant that tree? It's ridiculous. We
So
want
we're
you to
not
be a part
paying
of
for the infrastructure now?
We'll talk about that. Of course we'll have to.
Why will we have to? It was
You're always going to
for
have to.
nothing.
And this is why, right? This is why it's taken so long. If I had to let the process go the way it was all going to unfold, you guys wouldn't be here asking me these questions. You would be saying, why the hell did you stand back and let this happen? Because it would have turned into an absolute mess.
And we've been asking
Right.
this question for 3 years, Gavin.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not blaming you
No.
for signing the contract, but
Yes.
you
All right.
obviously haven't read it.
I've seen it, I've got the information
I've
that I
got
need.
it as well.
I've got the information that I need, and that's all I'll go on that.
And the
I'm not going
contract
back,
says
the hall is
you
getting
can work.
moved, it's going to be relocated down there. And besides what most people, or some people think, I think it will become an integral part of this community moving forward. Just got out of it. Sorry. So, in the past, I supposed to have said stuff. I haven't said it. All I've been doing is trying to work for you guys to make sure that we get a good outcome. Where we're at now, I am very positive that when we get that hall back, it will be put back together and it will be in better shape than what it is now.
Bullshit.
Whatever you
It's going
think.
to cost us
Yeah.
nearly $750,000.
Whatever.
It's
Oh, well.
Moving right along.
supposed to be nothing.
Moving on. Moving on. Come in quiet.
So, it's
You be
all.
quiet yourself.
Like I said, it's easy for us, we'll just go. I'm happy to stay here and talk to you. At the moment to start,
But you're not
Yeah.
telling the people the truth.
what am I? I'm not even going to go there. Right, so that's where we're at.
Excuse me, Bud, I
Yep.
don't have a question,
Yep.
but I do have a much needed vote of thanks. It is over a year ago since my partner, Nev Lawrence, treasurer of the BBCC, and I met Keith Campbell and made a concept presentation of Blackbutt's first much needed parkland after all these years. There then followed a number of meetings where there was amended plans, and as soon as the council election had taken place, Spud came right on board, supported us, and has now gained council approval for Blackbutt's first park. As he said, there are necessary Department of Transport things to sort out because that's an old railway yard, the Department of Transport has ultimate control over it, not the council. So the last link in the chain is, as Spud said, the final paperwork from the Department of Transport, and then we're on our way. And I would like to thank Spud and Pete.
Alrighty, so thanks, John, and we'll certainly work together on the shorter term.
Sorry.
Alrighty, so that's where we're at. That's the supposed proposal. That's what the developer has given us, and that's hopefully by the 1st of December you'll be able to walk through the shopping centre. Alright, so later on there's some plans here for you to look at. It's how it's going to be situated in this new position. The access points coming off Bowman Road, they'll come in between the dump point and the water stand and all that, but closer to the actual showgrounds gate. I've spoken to the showgrounds. We're going to repossess or take back that triangular piece that they don't have a fence around. We're going to bitumen the road into the showgrounds, go about 10 metres past the gate, put a bit of a pad in there to be able to go access in there. You'll have a look here anyway, and everything's there. It'll go to the caravans to be able to drive up into the dump point, reverse back, get out, all that sort of stuff. The car park and planning is all there. Excuse me, there's other plans underneath if you want to go right into detail. So they're there, we'll pass them around in a minute. And pretty much what I've told you is what I know. And all I know is that wall is going to be moved, and I will make sure that it's done properly. And when you're finished, or when we're finished, all our infrastructure that we need to do, and yes, it will be a cost to the ratepayer, unlike when you first were told, And I've always said there was stuff down here said in the early parts of it that should never have been said, and there should have been stuff said that was never said. You guys didn't know the truth when it all started, right? I'm not arguing with that. You know the truth right now, because I'm not lying to you. What I know is exactly what you guys know right now. So I'm not hiding behind anything, and everything will turn out.
Gavin, excuse me, everybody has got something to say, but when somebody starts up a petition, nobody has got the backbone to stand behind people. They've all got a yellow streak down their back as far as everybody's
That's
concerned.
nothing to do with me or anyone else.
I know.
That's
Yes,
your
it is.
That's your opinion.
No, it's a lot of people's
Yeah,
opinion.
well, that's right. Bob. Yep.
So are you saying that the previous mayor lied to the people
No,
of
I'm not.
Blackbutt?
No, I'm not.
Well, what are you saying? I don't care about you.
I just said that there was some stuff that needed to be said that was probably not said. I'm not saying anyone lied. I'm not going to go down that street. Not at all.
Well, before you said, when you were talking to the people about the potholes,
Yep.
you said the previous council did things wrong. And
That's my opinion.
And you're now doing them correctly. Well, there's only two people different on the previous council, which is the mayor and Deb, who was the local councillor here, Deb Harmer.
Did I say
So-
councillors or council?
You said council, but nothing has changed in the managers, nothing has changed in the staff.
No, you didn't.
What has changed
The
to
way
make
we
the
do the
potholes?
work, and the work is getting done, and they are getting more money and more support, is what I was
So
saying.
the same workers are doing the
Better
same
work.
job, but better.
That's right.
Why?
No, not, well, they're doing the same work that they were expected to do, but they have now got more support. They have got more money, they have got more support. You've seen the budget, have a look
So
at the
it's
budget.
got nothing to do with Wayne Kratzman
No,
and
that's
Deb
not.
Harmer? Because that's what it sounds like.
No, not at all. If I wanted to say that, Ian, I would have said, no, I would have said blah, blah, blah. Not at all. That's why I said council, not councillors or anything like that.
It just sounds like for some
No, that's not what I'm
reason
saying.
that it's their fault. And so who did mislead the people of Blackbutt?
Whoever was giving them the information.
And who was that?
I don't know, I wasn't on council. Alright, so we've got some questions? Yep. Quiet, please, just so we can-
How big the new shop is in comparison to Yarra?
It will be very similar, I believe.
I think it's maybe slightly larger than the Garrett store. I can't absolutely guarantee that.
I have got some fees, just have that. I'll get that to you. Yep, is there any more? Yep. Down the back there, Jeff?
Will there be an official opening of the new relocated hall?
Yes.
Could it be possibly about the first weekend or second weekend of September?
Why not? Sounds like a great idea.
Well, it should be, he's saying that it will be finalised by the 1st of July.
So we could have an official opening in September the 9th.
If everything goes like clockwork, which normally it doesn't.
July, August, September.
I'm hearing it. No, we will have a,
Last year when Al, the president of the RSL, met you and the contractors in the council chambers late last year, you said that there would be a temporary fence put up between the boundary of where the supermarket's going and the RSL to protect the monument. Will that be going up before they move the hall or after?
Yeah, no, that's supposed to, the delivery of hoarding and signage should be all done between the 13th and the 19th. That will be done and erected as well before they start, because they've got to have that up for the workplace health and safety and keep off the site.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yep.
Thank you for telling us about how you're spending the money, but I'd also like to know how you're saving our money, and I'd also like to know why and how private American corporations, and you're an employee of a private American corporation which is registered in Columbia, US state, Chair, because that's a fact.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's just stick to the issues at hand here. Any more questions regarding the hall yet, Robbie?
The council's responsible for infrastructure, as you said.
Yep.
Has the other departments of council agreed to the timetable so that they won't hold up the person that is relocating?
The council is all agreeing, and some of the hold-up as well has been the developer moving slowly, and he's met all the time frames that he's had to do it in, but he's moving a little bit slow. But we have now got the council ready to go. We've been quite ready to go.
So in 6 months' time, we're not going to have the developer saying, well, I couldn't do this because the council held me up because they haven't provided the water, the electricity, or whatever else.
Can I just say to you that that has happened in the past, and I'll have to address that it was our fault as far as council. Now, I'll give you one example, the loading bays for the trucks. He's saying that he can run a semi-rigid vehicle and all that sort of stuff and service his supermarket. What we said to him was, if you expand and it grows bigger and all the rest of it, a semi-rigid truck will not do the job. So we would like you to put in a access for a semi-trailer.
Well, that's what you have a town planning scheme.
That's right.
All you've got to do is ask the folks to comply.
That's what we did. That's what we did. I'm not going to go right in. I'll talk to you outside because I can answer that question. No worries. But these people don't need to be bored with that. But I'm sure you're keen to know, and I'll have an answer for you to justify that. Any more?
How are you saving money for us, the taxpayers?
We're actually,
Because our rates are unlawful.
yep.
The tax on rates unpaid is also unlawful under our constitution. And we're dealing with a private corporation.
All right. I'll just.
Sorry, I need an answer.
Oh, yeah. Go to the federal. Ask the federal government what's going on there. But I can tell you what we're trying to do as far as saving money and all that sort of stuff. And we will get some kickback, and we are prepared for it. The community service obligations that we hand out is in the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some of the people that have been getting it, this is only my personal view, and I've got to have an argument with this guy and the other people. I don't think they deserve to have the money. There's some very profitable organisations out there that have been applying for grants and getting it, and I want to take the money off of them and give them to the people that I think are really struggling and have a good cause and a good event and need the help to get them up and running. Alright, so that's where we're at the moment. And we've just gone through a certain section of it, and Keith will be able to, I'll hand over to Keith and they'll have a bit of spiel over this, but we pulled back nearly $100,000. Now some of the community organisations, we've hit some of them, come on, we can soon call it a day. I'd say some of the organisations that are very financially very profitable, okay, and I won't give you an example, I'll wait until it all comes out and it's all being approved through council. We've hit them rather hard, but we don't think it's over the top. There's some other community groups and all that sort of stuff that have got buggered all over the years. Now the way the system is set up, and Jeff Connor will be able to tell you, I'll put Jeff into contact with the council and the right person, and anybody else in this community that wants to apply for grants, please just give me a call. I'll put you in touch with the right person, and she will give you all the information and help you out as much as she possibly can to hopefully you guys succeed in your application for a grant, for anything you want to do down here. Right, Jeff would be a good one to talk to. He would know more about that than me because he spoke to Carolyn on Thursday or Friday. And I think, Jeff, if I'm not wrong, the system now that we've got in place will become a lot more easier and sort of for people in the community to sort of apply for. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. For everybody. Anybody that wants, you've got to have be a community group, non-for-profit organisation, anything like that. There's a whole different category now, 1 to 10, right? So someone would, or whoever it is, would fit somewhere in that category.
What about the ones that apply to you for help that aren't necessarily worthy?
To me,
No, to the council.
what do you mean not necessarily worthy?
Well, I've been through the solicitation code, and it's quite, excuse me. quite a lot of them really don't deserve it to be getting money from ratepayers.
That's what we're saying.
But, you know, you were talking about government grants, weren't you?
No, council grants. All right, so, yeah, Jim?
Just a quick question, what sort of fence are they going to put around this shopping centre?
Oh,
I got the property next door.
Sorry?
I own the property next
Yeah.
door to it, and I want to know what sort of fence they're going to
Well, I would be guessing, and I would say that it would be the standard construction site fence that you see anywhere else through the city or wherever.
Yeah, for construction site, what about when they finish?
Oh, well, that'll be part of the, what? I've got to bring the plans for the shopping centre here. I don't know that I've got the final set anyway. They're only proposed. I'm sure there'll be something, Jim, whatever. I'm sure there'll be negotiable, whatever's going on. I'll work with you. If you're not happy with what they're proposing, we can do something. Jeffrey?
Yeah, mate, I'd just like to say a little proposition to you and Keith. I've mentioned previous councils. My wife and I drive along our roads and look at all the litter on the edges. And we'd like to be involved as a business to give a bit back to the community, to clean up the edges of bloody roads because they're a mess.
Yeah.
An absolute disgrace. And I know it's not council's fault, but we would like to be involved in some sort of council-driven initiative, clean up all roads and burn it. If you guys can give some sort of thought to that, and I know you're here on more important matters, but I'd like to mention that.
Yeah, well, Keith, take that on board because, like, I can tell you, in my experiences, even before I got on council, I'm involved with the Maiden Community Group, and I can honestly say, and now I'm in the council look real favourably on anybody that wants to do something with the council, work together and make it a better place, a better community. So I have no doubt that is highly possible that we can do something along those lines.
Can I just say that,
Wendy, up the back.
these, the Friends of Earth, Animals and Trees, the little environmental group that's here in Blackbutt,
Yep.
we actually participated in the Clean Up Australia Day last year. There were a few of us went out walking the sides of the road picking up rubbish. We plan to do it again this year, so if I put out a call, I expect to see a lot more people turn up.
Good idea, Wendy.
Yeah. So there you go, there's your challenge to the community. If you need help, will you? Give me a ring, I'll do it. If you need me, or whatever you want. I'm here to help and do my best for the whole community. I grew up here. I'm not just here for the sake of getting a few bucks. I'm here to try and make a difference. All right, Dave? Okay, right, TV reader. Sorry. Yeah, well.
You're saying that you're pulling back funding from these other groups, these big groups, but are you also cutting the funding that's available under like community systems,
I don't believe so.
or the rate funding?
No, I think the same amount of money will be available all year, the same as it always was, but it's broken up into different sections now. I know there's a section for $3 grand. Keith will be able to talk more on this. What we're looking at now is three, I won't call them signature events, but events in the South Burnett region that bring a lot of people, tourists, into our region. All right, so the Bloom and Beautiful Festival fits that bill straight away. This year, though, because we've changed all the structure and all that sort of stuff, it's not going to be in place early enough. Jeff knows that, and we're going to try and work with him. And I've got a discretionary fund that I've sort of held back a little bit for that reason, and hopefully we can get that money up. But moving forward, hypothetically, Blackbutt Avocado Festival would be one of those events that brings a massive amount of tourism into our region. So the benefit of that for us as a council is the fact that we can come down and set up a tent and try and get all the visitors that come there and try and drag them through then to the Boondooma Dam and the Yellow Pool and all the other tourists, and try and get them into the South Burnett so that we all get an economic boost from it. So, yeah, so they are different. Yep.
Is it possible to include in the structure, say, a facade in the front of the shop that's like Timber Town facade, especially for Blackbutt?
That is supposedly, like I say, I really let myself down here because I haven't I've done the homework on the hall, but I forgot about the supermarket. But going back on the information that we discussed and all that previously, he's going to try and use as much timber as he can in this area because it's a timber town, all that sort of stuff. And yes, he is going to try and utilise as much timber as he possibly can. Try and not use so much glass because of the heat factor and all that sort of stuff with fridges and all that, but still make it presentable to the street so that you're not looking at what it is. And he's changed his designs. We've had a chat to him. The other designers have had a word to the engineers and all that sort of stuff. And what you were originally going to get was the back wall of a couple of specialty shops. So we said, what do you need specialty shops in Blackbutt? If anyone wants to start that up, there's shops down the main street. So now we've taken those, well, he's taken them away, and the whole shopping centre will sit. It was originally going to go on the block where the hall is and go back. It's now going to go right across the front, down Colson Street on both blocks, and the car park will be situated behind and down the side. So it will be a much more presentable aspect to the street and to the town, and hopefully it'll blend in pretty good with the rest of the main street.
The whole street's going to dash.
It's attracting tourism when you've got something special.
Yeah. Well, he, as Spud says, he is going to incorporate timber from the area here, and I can't recall exactly how it's going to look. Other than that, he knows the significance of timber in the area here and wants to use a timber feature as part of either the entrance or the front section of the supermarket. So that should look pretty great.
Good.
Any more questions? Yep.
You drive anywhere around Queensland, whether it's coming from Swamper, coming from Brisbane, there's not one sign saying Blackbutt, right? The main thing about Blackbutt is all over the world. Everywhere you go, you can see Blackbutt. Down there, you've got one sign down at Esplanade. Nothing is coming from Swamper, nothing coming from Blackbutt.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, the signs.
Just hang on, Jim, I'll put you over to Keith.
And I think wherever we go, in the towns that talk about there are no signs that direct to, the town from which the person is making the comment. There's a whole process that, again, it's not a local government decision, it's a state government decision, and the Department of Transport and Main Road, in terms of what is allowable to go on signs, which places are allowed to go on and which places are not allowed to go on. If I could just, I'll just give Spud a bit of a breather here at the minute and make comment about the recognition of the South Bennett Regional Council in regard to tourism as being a great industry that we all should, join forces on and try and develop as best we can. Currently, we are members of the Southern Queensland Country Tourism Association. There's 6 regional councils involved in that Southern Queensland Country Tourism. I can rattle off a few of them. Toowoomba is part of it, Southern Downs are a part of it, Western Downs as Dalby are a part of it. We're a part of it. The Gundawindi Shire and there's oh yeah, well we're all South Bennett.
Oh yes,
Yep.
very aware of it.
Yeah, so we are not all that satisfied that Southern Queensland Country Tourism does the best it possibly can for our region, and the region being South Bennett, doesn't do the best for us. And we are taking a look at other options, and we've been invited to have a look at what's called the Inland Drive Promotions Tourism Association or organisation, where there will be a number of other councils joining in, such as the North Burnett, such as the Banana Regional Council, and the idea of that is to try and feature and capture all the highways that run through our different areas. Everyone loves to go to the coast for their holidays, and everybody has probably done it many, many times, but we like to try and attract people to the inland. The inland has something special about it. We've had Chinese visitors to the area during the past 6 months, and they absolutely love the type of things that they see when they're in the South Burnett area. And it's not just the Bundy Mountains. It's not just the dams at Yallocool and Boondooma. It's not just the wine industry, but it's a whole range of things that they just don't see back in China. And when they come to Australia, at least this is a group that came to visit us, they say when they come on holidays, they don't want to be surrounded by another stack of tall concrete buildings. That's where they come from. They want to come out and see the Australian way of life as it really is. So I take the point, Jim, and I'm happy to make a note of the fact that Blackbutt would like more signage, but I can tell you that it'll be added to the list of the other places within the South Burnett as well, who also want to have their town mentioned as often as they can in places, wherever. Yes, Jeff?
Just pick up on when you go into Nango and Kingaroy, there's this beautiful sign that says "Welcome to Nango." It's got a picture of Ringfield House.
Yes.
There's not one of those at the gateway to the South Burnett.
No. Is there is something here for Blackbutt, is there? No, nothing at all. Well, I think they were put up by the Australian Country Way. They were funded by the Australian Country Way. And there are those signs in Wondai and also Mergen that I'm aware of.
Yeah, but none in Blackbutt.
But none in Blackbutt.
We've actually started Julie Foley and the likes in South Burnett direction. We've had that conversation about that, and we've raised that issue, and man, it takes some time.
All right, this lady in the front.
I would like to know, like, when people come to Blackbutt, it is dull. I mean, nothing is painted, nothing does not look very attractive to Blackbutt. Why are people coming here? Why are people spending money when it doesn't look nice? You tell me.
Okay. You've raised a good question or a good point, but that's not just Blackbutt.
No, I know it's a lot of places.
It is, and it is, if I can just finish, the point is, we had a Chamber of Commerce meeting in Kingaroy on Monday, and that's one of the points that I raised in my discussion with the Chamber of Commerce, because I had an email in from one of our residents in the Kingaroy area very recently, who said that the streets need to be gurneyed, there needs to be more shade trees around. The buildings look as though they could all do with a coat of paint and be freshened up and that type of thing. Now, except the bakery, right? But I mean, yes, there are some shops. There are.
And there are some places that are dead. You might as well go to the cemetery.
The thing is, our council can't prescribe to a business owner that says you have to paint your building X times per year, and that you have to lift the facade or the awning and make it look. Sorry?
I'll buy the paint from the hardware, you can paint it again if you'd like.
Exactly right.
But the thing is that I think business owners, and I'm not sure in how it is in Blackbutt, whether everybody who operates a business, whether they own the shop or whether or not whether they rent the shop from somebody else and they pay rent. The thing is, it's all very well to perhaps be continuing to drag in the rent money every week, but there are people like yourself and thousands of others who notice that buildings do need a coat of paint. You don't like to live in your own home when the outside is shabby and the paint is falling off and those sorts of things. When you're shopping, you don't like to go into a shop either that doesn't look attractive on the outside, because that creates and paints an image of what the service might be like on the inside. The thing I want to just mention to you, Spud has done an excellent job, and he is representing the interests of Blackbutt, Banarkin, Toromio, Maidenwell. He's representing his division with a great degree of enthusiasm, and I have to commend you, despite the fact that there are other candidates who put their names up as well for the election. This bloke is doing a great job for your region, and he fights like hell. And although he fights like hell, he is more often than not a very fair sort of fighter. He doesn't punch below the belt.
Well, I did.
Well then, I'm sorry, my love, but I think you might be joking there. But the thing is, economic development is something that is the next thrust that this council is putting attention toward. Spaz talked about roads. The changes that have been made in roads, this is my take on it because I happen to be on the previous council as well. There are decisions, and I'll make this as a comment, Spud, there are decisions that are made around the council table that can work particularly well, or can work in a way that doesn't deliver the best outcome as far as the delivery of a service is concerned. Now, what we did at the beginning of, when we formulated the budget for the year that we're operating in now, we as a council transferred out of the capital budget a very large sum of money that was applied to the road maintenance program in terms of gravel, resheeting and that type of thing. Reason? You can spend $500,000 or $1 million fixing up a causeway that fixes up one section of a road. Yes, it would be great to have that section of the road fixed, but what we've done is put a hold on that type of spend for a couple of years and rather reinvest it back into the rural roads where the hue and cry for more attention was coming from. So that's the type of, it's the councillors themselves contribute toward, through their decisions, whether or not money is spent well or as wisely as it can be. I'm very happy that we in this council have chosen to divest or redirect some funds so that that can be spent in the on the rural roads. But there's a lot of things that we need to attend to. You no doubt have heard of the committee that we have within council called South Burnett Directions. That's a committee that looks after the economic development within the region. But we want to put more focus on business attraction. How many of you would like to see more business within the Blackbutt area? All of you. All of you.
Why not?
Well, I'm saying that that's what our focus and attention is. Now, it's very easy to make that as a comment, to say we need more business. We need to be able to find ways to attract business to come out here.
Okay, so you need to beautify that.
Not necessarily. That could be one of the factors that is used, but there is a letter that is going out to the Blackbutt Banarkin Community Council. Liz, you may already have it, or Judy, yes. You have it in your pocket, okay. Well, I decided that in addition to the councillors themselves and our South Burnett Directions Committee, that it was useful to spread the energy about by inviting all of the chambers of commerce, all of the business development associations to have their say in terms of what they would like or how they would see business attraction working both for your own region as well as for the whole of the South Burnett. And in addition to that, we have at least 3 other subcommittee groups in council. They're all designed in terms of contributing toward economic development within the area. Water is one of them. Imagine how many farmers within the South Burnett region would appreciate the opportunity of having water that they could irrigate their crops at the moment. I know some of you this way have perhaps had a little more rain, although it's still incredibly dry here, isn't it? Yeah, and it's even drier in some of the other parts of the South Burnett. But water is just simply an absolutely necessary resource for us in the South Burnett going forward, if not only for urban use, but also for the creation and the development of new industry. There are new industries that may be prevented from coming into the area because we don't have surplus quantities of water that we can allow them to use for industrial purposes. We have limitations, and Anthony probably would be able to, in fact I think you're on this group, Anthony, in terms of the transport movement of heavy vehicles within the area. Now there are serious limitations on heavy vehicle movement in the area simply because the bridge, well, it's more than just the situation of slowing down. It's more about the capacity of bridges to carry the weight of some of the vehicles. It's the formation of the roads and the ability of those roads to be able to carry the weight of the vehicles. And there'll be a stack of other reasons that I just can't think of on the spot that Anthony would be able to articulate. The thing is, if Anthony, for example, wanted to what's one of the big monsters, Anthony, that you might...
If you want to bring a B triple or something like that.
A B, yeah, well, okay, we'll go for a B triple. Anthony would have to apply for a permit, I dare say. He'd have to apply for a permit. He may get a tick by it being conditioned by saying, you know, you can travel at this speed, or you can travel between these hours, or that type of thing. But there are a number of permits that are not approved for a whole range of reasons. Now that is a serious limitation to existing businesses within the area, and it's also, that's for product coming in, and if you took the example of a number of industries within the South Burnett region, peanuts, grain, feed for livestock in feedlots, piggeries, cattle, avocados, all of it. Now that's for product both coming in and going out. Now we can sit on our hands and do nothing about that, or we can try very hard to improve the system. Now you can't, well, we are doing it. We are doing it. And this is the point of why I'm telling you that, you know, economic development is the next big push to try and achieve, kick some real goals for these sections of our community. Water for irrigation, sure, that won't happen overnight. The Transport Reference Group is another one. Tourism, well, it might take 20 years, I hope not. But if somebody, well, you might be, but there's always another crop of people coming through. So if nobody, the thing is, if nobody did anything, nothing would ever change. The reality is, somebody has to do something in the hope that things will change. And that's the push that's being generated by this council. And I think the longer that I'm around the camp, the more I see a very clear picture in terms of what we can do, the structures that we need to have in place to try and make the South Burnett, and I'm speaking for the region, the South Burnett. Spud has done an excellent job in telling you what has happened within the Blackbutt area. And but from a regional point of view, we want Blackbutt as well as the other regions within the South Burnett all to enjoy a better economic performance into the future. Now you could say that the creation of the supermarket in Blackbutt
is an economic driver. If we had the same thing occurring in Nanango, Mergen, Wondai, or even Kingaroy, Proston would love something like that. They are all economic drivers. They have the opportunity of creating jobs, people who employ people, pay the wages, those dollars are reinvested back, or they purchase goods, out of the community. So we're trying to foster and develop that. Now you had a question?
Well, on these issues, I'm a member of the aged care.
Yes.
In Blackbutt, and we have, the community has paid for and do own 5 acres of very good land in the heart of Blackbutt. And what we've been hoping is to get some builder of some description come in with building aged care units, which would attract, a beautiful place to retire, Blackbutt.
Yes.
And that is an ongoing thing which attracts, that definitely would attract more people into Blackbutt.
It would. Now, I'm very familiar with your aged care area here in Blackbutt. In fact, I came down here probably, it's since council amalgamation anyway. You had a function here in Blackbutt, in the hall, and it was all to do with the issue of the aged care industry. The aged care industry is a pretty special one in terms of the sorts of controls and limitations and the level of assistance you get from the federal government and that type of thing. I used to serve on an aged care committee at Arana in Kingaroy. It's quite a number of years since I've been there, but nonetheless, you should still push to try and achieve that, because you're right. That would create jobs in terms of the building of the structure. It would create jobs when, for the caregivers when they came in to work in the facility. So all those sorts of things are drivers as far as our economy is concerned. So look, I won't take any more of your time, but very happy to talk to any of you after the meeting. So yes, Maureen.
How does council feel about public transport for the area?
Well, look, council probably feels very happily about public transport. It would be great to have. Back in the first term of council amalgamations, the then mayor, David Carter, was successful in achieving a grant of $200,000 to more or less test run a public transport system. And that occurred, I don't know that there was a bus down to Blackbutt, but there certainly was transport from Nanango and I believe from Wondai and Mergen, not every day, but you know what, it failed in the sense that not enough people supported the bus.
I've been in this for 5 years, graduate years, been a carer for time, but I would like to know why
How much you paying for the song and to get to the golf club?
why cannot the council provide small bus?
If I can, I'd just like to commend the council on what you guys are doing.
Sorry?
I'd just like to commend the council on what they are doing. You are trying to encourage growth within the region and do a lot of different things. And a lot of these things haven't happened in the past. So you guys all really do need help.
Yeah, we do. Thank you. And I was going to Arlene asked a question about transport of why can't people get public transport from here to
the hospital. Now there's a lot of elderly people here that need to go to Prince Charles to the big hospitals down there. They can't get, they can go to Prince Charles.
Arlene, I can
Not what this meeting's about.
Yes.
nominations.
Excuse me, I'm just asking a question.
Not the appropriate time.
I'll talk to you after, I'll give you an answer. Rightio, now I am going to hand the microphone back to Spud, Councillor Jones. Liz, did you want to ask a question?
No, I just wanted to thank the pair of you for coming down here and giving us so much information.
Yes.
And the enthusiasm you're showing for Division 2. I mean, it's been a while. And the patience. Because a lot of people, get upset. We all get upset. We all want our roads done.
We're all human beings.
We all want our roads done.
Yeah, so we'll just wind up now. We've got a couple of things. We've got another little meeting to have, and I'm going to ask Jeff Conlon to come up. There's plans of how the hall's going to sit. And look, I'd just like to thank everybody for taking the time to come down. I'm hoping this is going to be a 6-monthly thing. I want to keep you updated. I want to keep representing you and trying to get as much as we possibly can to this district. Keeping in mind that all the other councils are fighting for that, but we've got a grader and all that down here. We're going to keep it here for another 12 or 18 months. So think yourselves lucky. Everyone wants that grader that we've got down here or somewhere else, but they're not getting it. So it's going to stay here. We're going to get trench road, concert drive, all that sort of stuff. So look, thanks very much for coming down. Your supermarket hopefully will be open on the 1st of December. Whether or not you agree with it or not, it's too late. It's going to happen, and I'm just going to make sure it's done properly. Yep.
What supermarket is it going to be?
I don't know. That's entirely up to the developer. I don't know. So, and as far as the opening of the hall, excuse me, when we get the okay and hand back and it's all done and dusted, that's what I'm having a meeting for now with the mayor. I'm hoping to get the Blackbutt singers to do a big concert there to open it up and bring all the public in and really appreciate the facility that we're going to have there. Yeah.
What's the name of the developer?
Oh, Steve Miller is the name of the guy. Breezeway.
Breezeway.
Yep. Alrighty. So Jeff's going to come up here while he's got a few of you local people here. Can I just have your attention please, because it's quite important for you guys moving forward as a community. Jeff's in charge, or not in charge, but he's got a lot of people helping with the Blackbutt Bloom and Beautiful. I hope you shorten this name somehow.
Blackbutt Avocado Festival.
There we go, Blackbutt Avocado Festival. And all these bunches here, he just wants to have a chat here. He's already spoken to me. I'm fully supportive of that, and so is Keith and the rest of the council. So if you get behind this guy, we just might be able to get some extra money and make this event a whole lot better. So you just give him a few minutes, and I'll speak to you. So thanks very much.
Guys, it seemed like an ideal opportunity to, while we had a